Coach, with the two matches this week, when you look back at this season, obviously you wanted to reach the playoffs, but with the personnel, how things went, how could you kind of summarize this year?
If you take a snapshot of the last couple of weeks, we're very frustrated about the way things have gone. I think the day in and day out grind of the season with the amount of travel that we have and how young we are, it's kind of taken its toll on us in the last couple of weeks, and we've had a couple of down performances which have kind of added to that. But if you step back from it and see the bigger picture, we're starting 6-7 freshmen every week in one of the toughest conferences in the country, and with by far the most difficult travel schedule in the conference. If you'd have said at the beginning of the season and come out and said, you're going to improve on what you put on the field last year, you're going to continue to move things forward, I think we would have all been very happy with that. So I think we need to be a little bit more mature and understanding of where we are and not get too caught up in the moment, but see the big picture and take the positives where we can. We had a really young team this year that has learned and grown week by week, and that's a huge positive for the future of the program.
So aside from the record, just what you've seen from the younger players, how upbeat and how excited are you for the future of this program?
Very much. The guys have really responded and played well. Like I said, they've gotten better every week. We've had guys that have started and played, almost the entire season in their respective positions and are getting better and performing better week in and week out, learning what it takes to compete and be successful in this conference. And that can't help but be a positive for us.
Kind of ironic after all the traveling, all the road games, you guys get to finish at home, but you're home, but again facing some pretty good squads coming here.
Yeah, and on top of the fact that they're perennial two of the best teams in our conference, both of them are in positions now where coming into the last weekend they're fighting for their opportunity to get into the conference tournament. So I'm sure both teams are going to be keyed up to come in and perform and work hard and try to get a result, because the result for them this weekend will potentially make or break whether they get into postseason. So this is where hopefully some of the experience our guys have gotten throughout the season this year, particularly our younger guys, will come into play, and our guys will be able to step out on the field and compete and try to defend their home field, show their fans, and go out on a positive note and show everybody just how far we've come this year.
Do you guys look at it as, hey, we're not going to the playoffs, but we get to try to play spoiler, or is it, hey, we just want to finish strong?
More, I think we just want to finish strong. I think keeping that perspective of where we're at and what we're doing and what we're trying to accomplish this year is going to be much more important for us than to come out and try to get everybody riled up for a one-time performance to say, put Cal State LA or Dominguez Hills out of that picture. These things are much more important for us in our long-term goals than they are, for a one-time thing this weekend. Certainly coming out and performing on Saturday, for our seniors and sending them off with a positive result will be important to us, but the big picture here I think is much more important.
All right, so a lot of young players, but it will be senior day on Saturday. Anything planned for the seniors on the squad?
Yeah, typical. We'll do a little celebration before the game and say goodbye. It's always a difficult moment. We want to celebrate and be positive, but it's also kind of bittersweet for those guys who are experiencing their last moments in college soccer. And it's a really quick 4 years. We always talk to the guys in the recruiting process about, you're going to blink your eyes and 4 years later we're here on senior weekend and celebrating your last game. And you can talk about it all you want, but all of a sudden here we are again, and another group of guys who are saying goodbye.
My last question, after that final match, obviously you have a lot of young players, but on the recruiting trail when the season ends, what type of player, what do you think the holes that you need to fill to kind of get the Jacks going in the up and right direction?
We only graduate one guy this year, so there's not a whole lot of holes. We're trying to fill the gap of a year of seniors that are missing in the program, so we're going to try to put some experience in there. I'd probably look for a couple of JC guys, but for the most part, we're trying to build a program that consistently year in and year out will graduate a class and move another class in. And so we're just at a point now where we're trying to make sure that the program is balanced. I think we're in a good position for that. We have a lot of good recruits that we're speaking to now, and some kids that have already committed, so we're very optimistic about the way recruiting is going.